Hello and welcome to Double Talk here on the Corona Cast at the Las Cruces channel. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. It's so freezing this week.
Michael,
Is it what?
when you were getting dressed in this fashion, Russian hat and all that, you were like Russian dressing.
I was none of that, but I was Russian while I was dressing. None of that. We're all going to be Russian pretty soon, the way things are going. But it's really too hot right now, so voila.
This is my Bobcat special, the kind you tie behind your back.
How do you get
It's
back
a lot
there?
more trouble.
How do you get back there? Let's see. Oh, I guess I could whisk this off.
There you go.
There's air in here. I might as well take these.
You're wearing
No, we got new halogen lights. I can't.
You're wearing double pane glasses.
Yes. So, as you saw, I know, Mark, you're new to the show. And you saw that it's Negroni week, according to the title. You probably never heard of that, right?
Yeah, if there's one thing you've heard, if you've watched this show, that's about Negroni.
It's Negroni week.
We celebrated back in June when it was supposed to be Negroni
It's supposed to be
week.
in June.
They postponed it.
They postponed it, so we made it into Negroni month, and we did variations on the Negroni all month. So right now, we're sort of lost for new things.
Who are the they that decide when Negroni week actually occurs?
The people who talk to, I think, Imbibe magazine and the people from Campari, because it's sponsored by Campari.
Oh, is there a Negroni council somewhere that we don't know about?
Yes, but it's canceled
It's
until
hush-hush, it's top secret.
COVID is over. No, they are doing a fundraiser, usually during Negroni week in June when people could go out to bars. If you enjoy a Negroni, they give $1 to a charity that you disclose.
Who gives it, the bar or the
The bar gives
person?
it for every drink. Right now, they're asking people to help send money in just to help their charities. You can find out by going to negroniweek.com. So a Negroni, as you know,
Yes,
what do you know?
we like our Negronis. I know we like them.
So tons of recipes, and they're all the same because Negroni is the same. But there's a lot of variations.
3 ingredients.
3 ingredients: gin, Campari, which is a bitter liqueur, and usually sweet vermouth. This variation will be with amaros, which are slightly bitter herbal. They're sort of like vermouth. That's Cynar, one of my favorites.
Made with artichokes.
Artichokes. See, it's one of Mark's too. Jim Brussman hates it. I don't know why. Ramazzotti, one of the first amaros I had when I was in Italy, and they said, what amaro do you want? They showed me the entire shelf. I said, well, Ramazzotti's a funny name. I'll go for that. And then gin. So Cotswolds is gin.
Never judge an amaro by its name.
Oh man.
You're in trouble now.
Oh, this is good.
So anyway, with the Negroni, it's 3 equal parts gin, Campari, and
some sort of vermouth or something.
vermouth or an amaro.
Yes. Well, actually, the Negroni is that and sweet vermouth. But, you get a little tired of sweet vermouth, and there's a lot of exciting stuff in amaro that's more herbal and less. Since you don't like sweet all the time, I had to come up with a variation because sweet vermouth is, you know what? Sweet. So this is Ramazzotti. Whoa. It's got a lot of body to Ramazzotti.
Now, did you add the gin first?
I did. It doesn't really matter because I'm mixing it.
Okay. Now that's Cotswolds gin. You don't see that often in stores.
You don't. That's why when I saw it, I said, I should buy that because it's different.
Well, even if you're in England and you go to the Cotswolds, you probably won't
you don't
find
see it. But when you see weird gins, I say, get them.
Why not?
And we'll see why. We got another gin. What was it? Boswell's or something gin. It has a berry flavor. Berry.
Berry? So juniper berry.
No berry. Normally in Italy, when you're sitting outside on the piazza, you have a little old-fashioned glass, which is with big ice cubes in it, and it's really hot, so you need the ice cubes because you linger over your drink. When we drink it here, man, we just hit it, and that's what we both agree we like martini glasses because they're pretty.
And if you linger over it, it gets warm. Plus, right, we're not making that much anyway.
No, we make a little bit. We're making nothing. Oh,
well, I don't know what you make, but
you get drinks. Can you slide it over to you? a Negroni. Are you practicing?
I don't want to spill it.
Man, it's like
You taste
it's
the
like a
bitterness,
weird candy in a way, doesn't it?
bitterness
Taste,
of the
tastes like-
Ramazzotti,
yeah, the Ramazzotti is strong.
sweetness of the Campari. It kind of overpowers the gin.
Cotswold gin has a particularly flavorful taste also. You know, if you're
Yes.
looking for a lot of flavor in your drink, this has got it.
Well, yes, if these are the flavors you like.
If these are the flavors you like. I know you like dry, which means straight gin. Straight vodka, maybe.
Oh well, I like a good dry martini. You can't go wrong with the classics.
Sure you can if you don't like them. Many people don't like martinis.
I know. That's okay. So much more for me.
Well, next time we'll do it with and these are all healthy because they're made with herbs.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you want to drink healthy, this is the way you drink healthy. And most of these red liqueurs don't have more than 24% alcohol.
Even the gin has herbs.
Yes, it does. Really, you can't see them because they're transparent.
They've been distilled out, but the flavor is there. Now, have you
Have I done what?
have you ever been to California?
Did this really hit your throat a lot?
Yes,
I don't know. Have you ever lived in California?
I have. And I've
Before
been,
the riots, right?
and before the riots, and I attended classes at universities, in the California State universities,
Is that how you learn cosmetics?
and yes,
Yes.
And-
Okay, you want to talk about University of California, apparently.
and currently
Okay.
the University of California system, all the universities run by the state of California,
These ones.
are now going to require all students, staff, and faculty to show proof of having had a flu shot.
Now, this is a generic flu shot and not a COVID flu shot,
No.
since we don't have a COVID flu shot yet.
Well, the COVID's not considered a influenza.
It's a
It's
flu
from the SARS family. And
Yeah.
it's called the novel coronavirus because it's new, created in the laboratories of China.
or in American laboratories and sent over to China. You don't know.
And so,
Story isn't in yet.
so I wouldn't be able to go to college, Michael, because you know me, I don't get flu shots.
I would.
I would have to get phony proof. I don't know where you get
I
that.
get flu shots all the time. I got one yesterday. I got one a couple of days ago.
You did not.
I actually got a shot for tetanus.
Well, that I understand.
You would get that? Would you get that?
I've had that.
Tetanus? You've had
No,
tetanus?
I've had tetanus shots.
Oh, okay.
I stepped on a rusty nail once when I was a kid.
You didn't drink it? You should have drunk it.
There's a drink called a rusty nail, folks.
Yes, it's a good old drink.
Now-
Oh, anyway, so what are you saying? That if people are anti-vac, they're
You're
not
right.
going to go to school?
You're right. If
Is
everybody
it-
else is vaccinated and you're not, you can't catch it from them and they can't catch it from you.
What?
If they're vaccinated, they can't give it to you.
But if you're not vaccinated,
not vaccinated,
you'll meet somebody who's not vaccinated.
They
What do you have
can't
to
get it
do?
because they're
Do you
vaccinated.
have to get married to them? I mean, that's the only way you're going to meet other people that aren't vaccinated. You don't know who's vaccinated.
Oh.
I mean, you're talking about an anomalous event.
How many wives do you want me to have?
At least one. Get started easy, you know? And then
once they get married, they want everybody else to get married.
you get everybody who doesn't have a vaccine as your wife right now. Just you go out and I'll buy flowers.
Would you buy
But
flowers?
you got to buy the ring.
If I die of the flu, would you buy me flowers for my grave?
No, I'd use the ones from your wedding.
'Cause it won't be that
I'm
long.
practical.
They'll still be
Yeah,
good.
it won't take long for you to
Yeah.
go after you get married.
What wife would not kill me
No.
anyway? Have you been out to eat lately? The restaurants are opening up now more and more.
Are you asking me on a date?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you get me flowers?
I'm going to tell you to Doriner Schnitzel. No,
Well, they're good
I had
people.
lunch the other day at Rendezvous Cafe over there on Motel Boulevard.
Say that in French.
Now they have a
Say that word in French.
Rendezvous.
Okay.
They have a tent set up in the parking lot. Although this was Wednesday, it had just rained that night, and so it
Ooh.
was chilly outside. Nobody wanted to sit outside in the tent, but Alice and I went in, ate inside the restaurant, and
Were there other people inside?
yes, every table wound up. By the time we
Was full?
sat there long enough, every table was full.
Was
they were
it distancing?
spread out. There weren't as many tables as there used to be, so they took away some tables. There was distancing, and the food there is very good.
It is good.
It's very good, and it's reasonably priced. It's actually one of the best deals
It's
in
a
town.
pretty good deal, I got to admit.
And they have great pastries too.
Yes, they do.
They know what they're doing, and they have probably the best French onion soup in town.
French onion soup, because they're rendezvous.
And they make it every day.
Bite of Belgium, that
always
Belgian onion soup just can't live up to it. I was at Chilito's yesterday because they have a nice patio. The patio has well-spaced tables, more space than I am.
Now there's 2 Chilitos in town, isn't there?
The one up on Foothills.
That's where you went?
That's sort of a hidden restaurant. It's
is.
on a road parallel. And when I first told the people we were going with Chilito's, they said, oh, down on whatever.
South Main.
South Main. I said, no, the other one.
Well, they have an outdoor thing set up there. But
Yeah, but this was pretty nice. And the food is good and spicy. I had a chimichanga. Although I still like the chimichangas with habaneros. But now that we have restaurants to talk about, we can have a show that is almost apolitical.
Well, we're big on food and drink in this show. That's our favorite topic. Or is it drink and food?
Well, it's
Well,
right
we start-
here. I never cooked anything on the show, did I?
We are. Well, we always talk about experiences with restaurants, good or bad. In fact, tonight I'm going to go get something to take home for dinner. I'm not sure what yet.
You know what?
What?
Other than something to eat, you know what else I like? I like something.
Something else?
I like soup du jour. Do you ever have soup du jour?
Sure. Which
It's
du jour?
really good. No, I always get soup du jour. It's always good.
I had the soup du jour at Rendezvous. It was tomato
Onion
basil.
soup. Oh, you didn't get...
was tomato basil.
You're cavelling about the onion soup, but you had...
I didn't have the French onion soup. Alice did.
Oh, well, at least somebody did.
Well, you know me, I don't eat beef, so it's made with beef broth. Couldn't eat it.
For the same reason you don't get injections, because beef broth injected in your body would impinge on the purity which you try to attain.
Well, there's all kinds of other chemical ingredients in injections that
That's
they don't
true.
tell you about, like
Yeah, that's
mercury,
true. That's true. Mercury,
things like
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
preservatives,
It's,
all kinds.
micro amounts. You're breathing micro amounts of things right now.
Well, the military tests out all kinds of new injections on the soldiers. That's one of the things they're there for.
Oh,
To see
that's
what
good.
happens to them.
I knew there was a reason for soldiers because the wars we fight, we find the little places around the world that nobody even heard of.
Well, Russia has put a bounty, given the Taliban, said they would give the Taliban a bounty for every U.S. soldier that the Taliban kills in Afghanistan.
That's true.
But you haven't heard Donald Trump say one word about that.
Yes, you have, and heard him say not one word, especially to his friend Putin. Hence the Russian hat, because
Yes, right.
he knows how to sell things, and I think he's selling us to Russia. So
Is that
I might
real?
as well
Is
get
that,
ready.
is that authentic sable?
Yes, this is only the finest synthetic. You don't want to touch
I
this
don't
because it's made out of an animal. You
Probably
could
got
eat
your
it though.
virus in it anyway.
Probably.
Yeah. Now,
Where are we?
well, the COVID-19.
Oh, do you want to talk about restaurants anymore? I thought you had more restaurants. You had a list of restaurants.
Well, we're
Don't
up
you
to,
like to go into a topic and then thrust it out?
I do.
Okay.
We're up to 200,000 people dead already. And
How many? Almost
200,000
Yes, that's
American souls lost to the COVID virus because of mismanagement from the government.
true. Oh, he's going to cut our show off right away. Yeah.
Yeah, so
They should get another picture of that COVID thing. I think that COVID virus is making a fortune on royalties.
yeah, it's true.
Those pictures. So what are you going to say about COVID that hasn't already been said a million times by a million different people
Well,
on
the
TV?
tally keeps rising and rising
We can't get lower.
with
that's
no
for sure.
sight. With
No end in sight. It just gets worse. Also, we're not sure about the numbers from Labor Day yet. Everybody went out and partied on Labor Day. The testing hasn't been there, so we're not sure where that's going to go. And we've been getting, nothing but worse. As long as we continue to have, public rallies, I think the voting will go in a different direction.
Did we see the picture of the Rendezvous Cafe? I got a little kind of out of
Yeah, we
order.
did. We did.
We did?
It was
Okay.
spelled rendezvous, which you didn't pronounce the Z, but it was there.
You don't pronounce the Z is silent, Michael.
Why is it there? Because it's snoozing? Is that what Z means? This letter's asleep, don't say it? Z.
Isn't the E in your last name silent, Mandel?
How do you make the link between the D and the L? Mandel. It's
Mandel.
not Mandol, or as
Mandel.
children have said, Mandel.
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 Let's take a break.
Oh,
And-
I thought we were on a break.
And
Oh
when
yeah,
we-
I'm just
and
drinking.
When we come back,
drinks.
we're going to do a variation
Yes.
of this variation
Going from Ramazzotti to Cynar.
of the Negroni. Be right back.
Hey, they like that part. Did you hear it?
You found us on Channel 98. Keep watching because we have so much in store for you. We want to grow together. Your channel, local and real.
If we want to improve America's healthcare system, let's start by improving the health of Americans. Despite the best doctors, hospitals, and medical advancements, Americans are not as healthy as they should be. We spend too much on treatment and not enough on wellness and prevention. We need a system based on primary care. When patients have a medical home and a long-term relationship with a doctor, the result is a longer, healthier life and reduced medical costs for everyone. Let's make America a place where health is primary.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here. Horizon Granite is here. We'll come to you to customize your kitchen and bathroom with beautiful countertops and cabinets. Find out more at horizongranite.com. Call us at 575-650-3180.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here.
Make yourself a beautiful home.
Hi, I'm Ray Bamberg with Here on Earth. I would like to invite you for a free hearing evaluation to our office. We've been here in southern New Mexico for 34 years helping people hear better.
And we are back. This is Double Talk here on the Corona Cast on the Las Cruces channel. Oh, by the way, political debates will be taking place this month right here on the Las Cruces channel. You'll be able to see it on Facebook as well as Twitter, YouTube, all over the place.
My tube too.
And your
YouTube.
fallopian tube.
Yes.
It's all over. And so that'll be right here starting Monday the 21st, but on Wednesday there's going to be a pre-show show on the 16th.
Wednesday the 16th.
Right here on the Las Cruces channel. And
it's better than doing Zoom because you don't have to talk.
yes. And so there'll be live questions. You can send in a question via Facebook or via Facebook. Send in your
Just
questions.
unpress your mute button. That's how you send
Yes.
things.
Now what are we doing here, Michael?
Well, we're doing the same thing, which was Cotswold's Gin, Campari, which is the standard for
That's a vermouth.
and the
Now.
aperitivo.
Cynar.
The Cynar, the aperitivo made with artichokes. You can't taste the artichokes. I mean, we've done that.
You can dip your artichoke in it. And
You can get some hummus on it or something. Oh, this is gonna be good and cold. Oh, really cold.
I think
My fingers are
I think it's
freezing.
cold enough. I think it's there.
Like a good cold cocktail. Color is a little different, isn't it? It's darker.
Slightly, not much. We've got some more restaurants to talk about.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk restaurants. Oh, we could drink and talk restaurants at the same time. That's
Let's
always
have a
fun.
drink first. I mean,
Okay.
that's part of what this show is about.
Drinking first.
Clinkety clink.
Drinking always helps talking.
What was that thing that Shakespeare said?
Thy tongue shall fly with the gin in your eye. No, something like that. This doesn't have as candy-like a taste, does it?
It's got a little more bitterness in it.
It's because Cynar is
Which
pretty
kind of
bitter.
smooths out the sweetness of the Campari.
You can drink this
It's a good drink.
all day.
Yes, it is. Anyway,
Oh,
we have another restaurant open.
well,
One of
not
my
a new
favorite
one,
restaurants.
reopened.
Reopened. They were closed for 6 months. On
Everybody-
Belling Drive, the Shed. If you like huevos rancheros,
And who doesn't?
and I know you do, they've got the best ones in town. I mean,
Oh, I don't know. I had a pretty good
And it
huevos
comes with-
rancheros at Cafe de Mesilla.
Oh, no,
Okay, we'll have to go back and
you
try
have-
them again.
And it comes with pinto beans, whole beans,
Pinto beans
and
and refried
potatoes.
beans. Potatoes?
Yes, potatoes and beans.
I think Cafe de Mesilla has the same.
Oh, and you can get your huevos rancheros with a blue corn tortilla if you request it. Yes, and you can. Their green chili is fabulous. I think it's the best in town.
When was the last time you were there?
When they were open.
Were you there close to before it opened?
Oh well, no, I was there.
It's like a
I was
year
there
ago?
I was there about a month before they closed.
Oh.
Yeah, and now they're open again. They opened on Thursday this week.
Well, it's going to be packed.
At 25% capacity, so yes, it's going to be packed.
Although you were talking about places that people had gone to, and the 25% limit was over.
But the shed has an outdoor patio area for seating too.
But it's a shed.
It's a big shed.
Sheds are outdoors.
Yeah, the food there is wonderful. But they only do breakfast and lunch, and they're only open Wednesday through Sunday.
I always go there Monday and Tuesday, and the service is horrible those days. It's
Yes,
just really
and the
bad.
thing is, they have a drive-up window, but they chose not to access that during the pandemic because they didn't want their breakfast food.
Oh, because, right.
Who wants to take
breakfast
home
food-
eggs,
Yes. We tried that, taking home huevos rancheros.
But they're also
They're-
open
they're
for
okay.
They're open for lunch, and they do sandwiches and all kinds of cool stuff. They could have done. I think they could have used their drive-up window, but
The drive-up
it's a
window.
business decision.
You look at, we go to Dunkin' Donuts drive-up window, and
I do too.
it's a steady line. So they're making, steady money, which is like $4 for this,
Right.
$5 for that, no tipping, so they got to pay their staff full price. So you got to figure out what the breaking point is. All these restaurants are
Yeah,
having
it
a
might not have
problem.
been worth it for them to be in business if they could only do lunch takeout.
Salud has been doing fairly well.
Have they?
They have a lot of patio.
They do have an outdoor area.
It's sort of like a family business, the guys
Right.
there run it. So, and the food there is pretty good, and it's cool.
Yeah. Now, we love talking about restaurants in this town. A sad
Talk.
story to note is that Ness's coffee shop is closed for a couple of months now. It looks like
It's had
she
a
had
month,
a fire.
month and a half.
She had a fire in the kitchen, and so you get a fire, you got smoke damage everywhere.
Did you guys put the little flames coming up from Ness's, or is that the
No,
logo? Is that her logo?
That's steam from a
Is that
coffee
her
shop.
logo?
Yeah, that's her
oh,
logo.
okay. 'Cause
That's hot
it looks
coffee,
like
baby.
Ness's.
Yes, and
Their stove caught fire, and apparently at 1 o'clock at night.
how does that happen?
And how does it happen that people see it and warn them?
And keep the place from burning down.
They are darn close to a firehouse, just up the street
sure
in
they are.
Picacho.
They're right next to the tracks too.
Yeah, so they can get a fire train.
Anyway, so they have to
They get a
replace.
fire
They have to
train.
replace the hood over their stove.
That doesn't seem
and,
like
and do a few other things.
smoke damage.
And a few other things they've been meaning to do anyway. Well, now they can do it while they're closed for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, it seems
So,
like being
good-
closed now is
Good luck
okay.
to Nessa. I knew her when she was working over at the Bean in Mesilla. And until she opened up her own place, she's doing a great job.
It stayed open almost this long.
She closed. She's open for breakfast and lunch. She closes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon now.
You know,
When she opens,
when you think about only being open for breakfast and lunch,
like the shed.
well, that's true, and like a lot of little restaurants,
Yes,
you don't make that much money.
like
Here.
like Nellie's. Nellie's only open for breakfast and lunch.
That's right.
Oh, I didn't think I got anything there. But you know,
Oh, this makes it much better.
the census is going on right now, and Doñana County is way behind.
Ooh.
But before I get to that,
What?
I want to mention the fact that Barnett's Harley-Davidson dealership is going out of business at the end of this
We
month.
have a list.
They've been here for 20 years. They built
We
a,
remember. I was
they built a
living
big,
here already.
beautiful building there. Well, Michael and I used to do another TV show together called Under
That's
Development.
true.
Michael, do you remember? We had Mr. Barnett on the show.
Yes. We could go find that
It
video.
was during the Toys for Tots motorcycle run, and he led the parade.
You know, Barnett's is going out, but the axe throwing business is coming in. I mean, axe
gonna look
throwing
into that.
seems so aggressive. Did
I
you
love
have
it.
that? Was that on your list?
No, it's not.
I don't see it on your
I'm
list.
going to go there and report back next week.
You're going to hurt yourself.
No, I'm not.
Come back next week to see One-Eared Mark.
And so Burnett's, they're still going to remain open in El Paso. They have a huge dealership in El Paso.
But
And-
if you're bike is broke, how are you going to get to El Paso?
That's right.
You know?
On a trailer, I suppose.
So yeah, it's been we were really proud when Barnett's came to town, and they've done good. They
20
invest
years.
in a lot of charities and
Yeah.
stuff.
So
it's
anyway,
been good.
the census is still going on.
You
And
still know about that?
Census 2020. Right now, Doñana County is only at 59.1% counted.
You know, I thought
That's millions of money we're going to be losing if people don't get counted. We get $3,700 for every person counted.
New
from the
Mexico
federal
as a whole
government.
is 81%, but all you people watching this show in Doñana County, because it goes throughout the county, on secret airwaves,
Right.
just say how many people are in your house. You don't have to be, you could be illegal. It doesn't matter.
They don't care.
And the word illegal should be illegal.
Right. So that's $3,700 we miss out from the federal government for every person
Every
not
year.
counted for 10 years.
So
Yes.
vote. That way you can
Now,
move to the next thing. that
absentee
people are-
absentee ballots will be available very, very soon. If you don't want to risk the virus and go vote in person, which you can also do early, before anybody's really there,
Yeah.
you can get an absentee ballot. You have to request it.
You
New
can
Mexico-
request it now. It'll be sent to you. They're supposed to be here by October 6th.
Yeah,
Then you can either fill them out, drop them off.
you can drop them off ahead of time.
Don't drop them off at the
Don't mail
Republican
them.
headquarters.
In fact, don't mail them, because the post office is going to be stressed enough with all the stress that the president's putting on it.
Well, maybe, but I mean, remember the post office runs Christmas. How many Christmas cards do you send out? Okay, not you, but other people you know.
The post office has no problem handling Christmas cards.
Christmas is a million
and
cards.
packages.
Yes.
But you know what? The post office is cutting back. They're laying off a lot of people.
Yeah.
The problem is their layoff notice is in the mail. Who knows when they'll find
you
out?
don't know. They don't know.
Right.
Okay, we got to also be cut off.
We're going to talk about Diana Rigg, who passed
Real
away
quick.
this week. She played Emma Peel in the Avengers series. Way back when,
When?
she was in tons of movies and TV
How old
shows.
were you? Like 12?
She was 82.
And you were 12, right?
Now, she was also in Game of Thrones. There you see her as her character in Game of Thrones. And she even wrote a book, which I happen to have,
They let you have her book?
It's called No Good Turn Goes Unpunished.
And
She also was the
She
only
was a
woman.
poster girl,
She's
yes.
the only woman character to play James Bond's wife.
which movie was that?
The one with George Lazenby on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
George Lazenby?
Yeah, the one film George
Yeah.
Lazenby did.
God.
She played James Bond's wife.
Did
After
you-
that, James Bond had no wife.
Did you play that on your obscure movie channel? Huh?
I could.
You should have.
Anyway, we're out of time, folks. Thanks for joining us.
And we're out of drink.
Try
So,
Negroni. It's Negroni week.
Happy Negroni Week.
Go for it.
You can get Negronis at Olive Garden.
And they come in all varieties. Right?
No. You know, that gets, even though when you first taste, even with your last drink, first taste is a little crap. As it got lower, it mellowed.